Well, good evening, everyone. This is Mike Bass back again with another forecast update for you for this March the 9th, 2025. I'm hoping everybody had a great Sunday out there so far. Everybody had a great Sunday evening. Hope everybody continues to stay safe and well and also enjoy the weather because it's the only weather you got. Okay, in tonight's video, we're going to be talking about the storm system here moving across the southeast. Also, we're going to take a look at a severe weather outbreak which will be coming to portions of the central U.S. and also portions of the Tennessee, Ohio River Valley, and a little bit across the southeastern U.S. as well, highlighted in day 6 and 7 in the Storm Prediction Center Outlook. So we'll take a look at that in tonight's video, and also we'll take a closer look at this system here across the southeast, bringing precipitation to this region. Alright, that's what I'm talking about here. So we got some precipitation here, got precipitation up here in southeast Canada, a little bit in portions of Maine, also over toward Newfoundland and New Brunswick. Got another system here moving into the Pacific Northwest, bringing some moisture to Montana, to portions of Idaho, Washington, and Oregon State. Some of this activity here that's offshore will continue to push east into portions of the California region and then into Nevada. Scattered activity over South Dakota, and a little bit of scattered activity here in portions of the Eastern Pacific, and a little activity in the tropical Atlantic as well. Alright, if you have not subscribed to my channel, make sure you subscribe. Also like these videos, share these videos, and let's go ahead and get the show on the road. And thank you for tuning in to my broadcast forecast channel. Alright, we got some shower activity down there in portions of North Carolina, northern South Carolina, back into portions of northern Georgia. A little bit of mixed precipitation up here in portions of North Carolina. Also, we even got thunderstorms and showers from Alabama to Georgia to South Carolina, coastal water, down toward Florida, Florida Keys. Also northwest Bahamas down toward Cuba, also portions of the Gulf, and also into portions of the Atlantic coastal waters. Shower activity along coastal areas, the Baja area, California, southwestern California regions as well. Also more shower activity across portions of Washington, Oregon State, and the coastal waters there as well. And also some snow over portions over Wyoming, and also some mixed precipitation portions of Oregon to Idaho to portions of Montana, South Canada, stretching into North Dakota, portions of Minnesota, northern Michigan, northern Wisconsin, also up here around Lake Superior as well. Otherwise, expect dry high pressure to remain in charge of your local forecast area for your Monday. Alright, here's your Tuesday forecast. We got some mixed precipitation up here around New Brunswick to Maine, down toward southeast Canada, also toward northern New York State, northern Vermont, northern New Hampshire. A little bit of shower activity along the outer banks of North Carolina into the Atlantic coastal waters. Got a little bit of mixed precipitation in portions of New Mexico and Arizona. Shower activity for southern California, southern Arizona, northwestern Mexico, and also the Baja area of California. Even got some mixed precipitation across southern California, the mountains of California, northern California, to Oregon, to Idaho, to portion of Montana, Wyoming, and portion of Washington State, excuse me. A little bit of snow up here in northern Montana, South Canada. Then we got more shower activity from northern California all the way to portion of Washington, Oregon State, and the eastern Pacific Ocean as well. Otherwise, expect dry high pressure to remain in charge of your local forecast area for your Tuesday. Alright, let's move on to the current watch and warning advisory map for your location across the nation. This is currently as we speak. Alright, we got some special weather statements up here around the Washington D.C., Maryland, Eastern Virginia, West Virginia area, and Northern Virginia. Some special weather statements for you guys. Also down toward New Mexico. Flood watches, flood warning, flash flood warning for northern Florida, southern Georgia. Special marine warnings for the strong thunderstorms in the coastal waters down in the Gulf. We got red flag warnings over here in portions of Missouri to Iowa to Kansas, Nebraska, portions of Colorado, Wyoming, up to North Dakota, portion of Montana. Also got some high wind warnings up here in portions of Minnesota, North Dakota, and also Montana with high wind watches there as well. Wind advisory to the northwest. Special weather statements over Minnesota. Winter weather advisories over portions of Washington State. Winter storm watches in effect for the northern California, and the mountains of California, southern Nevada regions as well. River flood warning still continue for Arkansas, Louisiana to East Texas. And then we got small craft advisory from portions of Washington State to northern California, and then from Maine to the outer banks of North Carolina, all the way down to the east coast of Florida. Storm warnings here in the purple along the South Carolina and North Carolina coast. And then we got small craft advisories from West Florida to southeast Texas. Also around the Hawaiian chain island, and also around the Alaska area with some storm warnings there as well. Alright, here's a look at the Storm Prediction Center outlook. As mentioned last night in my video, there will be a severe weather outbreak coming up this week, and the Storm Prediction Center has highlighted it already from day number 6. We got a slight risk from up here from Pierre, Illinois to Hannibal to Greenville, Mississippi, Jackson, Mississippi, Shreveport, Louisiana, Alexandria to Lubbock, Texas. This is a big area they highlighted for severe weather because there's going to be a strong cold front pushing to the east that's going to fire off a lot of these thunderstorms in this vicinity and produce a lot of severe weather, possibly a lot of damage maybe in this area here. Would not be surprised to see a moderate risk, maybe, the enhanced risk, could even be a moderate risk depending on how strong the severity of the severe storm can get ahead of that main cold front coming up on day 6. Alright, let's move on to day 7. Here's day 7. We got it from Nashville to Atlanta to Birmingham to Columbus, Dalton, and also down toward New Orleans and Mobile, Alabama, Jackson, Mississippi. Slight risk of severe weather. Right now, day 8 does not have anything, but would not be surprised maybe see it later added over to portions of the Carolinas, Georgia, and maybe northern Florida as well. So if it's not a slight risk, it would be a marginal risk, but I believe it will be a slight risk added somewhere at some time across portions of the Carolinas, Georgia, and portions of Florida in later forecasts. Alright, let's move on to the current weather radar. Just want to give you a heads up on that severe weather perspective coming up this week. Alright, here's a look at the weather radar currently across the nation. You can see we got some activity from east of Little Rock to northern Louisiana to just north of Jackson, Mississippi. Birmingham, you getting included. Montgomery, Alabama. Tallahassee getting some good downpours. Also South Georgia, southern South Carolina got some scattered activity around Columbia, over toward the I-95 corridor around Florence, South Carolina vicinity. And let's zoom back out. We're going to try to zoom into another area here, if it'll let me do it. Okay, we're going to try to go northbound if we can. I think we got a little bit of activity in the north. Okay, still trying to wait for this thing to come up. Yeah, we got a little bit up in across Canada, also just east of Buffalo. Also a little bit of scattered activity up around Maine, just east of Boston as well. So a little bit of scattered activity, Ottawa, Canada. Got some activity just west of you guys as well. So, and also over here in the west coast, you can see some up around Vancouver, Canada, to Seattle, Washington, and northwestern Portland, Oregon area. Got some activity moving into your region, bringing some mixed precipitation and some shower activity there as well. Alright, well, I hope everybody enjoyed the video. Make sure you subscribe if you have not already. Like these videos, share these videos, and we'll catch you back in the next one. So have a wonderful Sunday evening, folks, and I'll be here all week to keep you up to date on that severe weather outbreak coming later on this week. Take care and enjoy the weather.